We are finally making it to the most eastern point of Germany. This is our last video in a 4-part video series traveling across Germany. We started in the most western point of Germany, stopping by iconic German landmarks.
In the 1950s, there were 8,000 workers here.
And lesser known towns along the way.
So pretty. I love the half-timbered houses everywhere.
And of course, enjoying some traditional German bakeries and regional German dishes every day.
Dude, that also is very soft. It like melts on your tongue.
Good morning. It is day 4 of our journey across Germany, and of course we woke up in Dresden, but we're heading out now. As you can see, we went over to the other side of the river.
And I feel like this is a way better view of the city center.
Yeah, I think right across the old town you of course get the best view. We're a little bit over, but it is time already to head out. Last day, and we're gonna make it to the most eastern point of Germany.
First stop though, we need to go get breakfast and some coffee. So we have checked out of our villa room thing. Honestly, after that night, we might be more of campers. That was a pretty rough sleep. It was very, very hot and the bed was very uncomfortable. But we're making it through. I'm no longer trusting Google reviews. And we are headed a little further outside of the city to a breakfast spot and see a little more of the residential side of Dresden. So I'm excited to see that. I'm also excited to finally try this one dish that I wanted to try yesterday, but all of the places were already sold out by the time we got here.
Today we are moving Kaffee und Kuchenzeit to breakfast. We drive out to a more residential area of the city, through these gorgeous streets, to what the internet says is, quote, the best bakery in Dresden.
Alright, we're more in a residential area of Dresden right now. We're going to a cafe, we need some caffeine, but I don't know if I've ever seen a city with that many huge villas everywhere. I don't know if you can see these in the background there. The second one, the red one, looks epic, little towers and stuff. All the buildings are just massive. I don't know, is the East just rich?
These villas are so beautiful and colorful, and the bakery we are going to is located in one of them. This is Schallbäckerei Scheinert, and the variety of bread and baked goods makes me wish I were a breakfast person. Everything looked so good. There were many cake options and the cookies looked delicious. But we are here for one thing, and thankfully they had a few options still available. Guten Morgen. So we got our coffee. I'm happy about it. And we drove outside of the Dresden city center a little bit to this place. People said they have the best Eierschecke here. So that's what we're trying for breakfast, clearly. This is what I tried to get last night, but they were all sold out. So it's this specialty here in the state and the city. It's a 3-layer cake. So this is a vanilla custard, and then this is like a quark cheesecake almost, the white layer, and then a nice little crust, a little hearty crust. So there comes with so many different flavors. You can get like chocolate variations, Mohnkuchen, which is poppy seed variations. So there's so many variations throughout, but this is the classic one I want to start with, and I'm very excited to try it. So let's go. All right, look at that piece. You see all the layers. It's very clear. All right. Wow. It does have a cheesecakey flavor, but like a German cheesecake flavor. It's not as dense as the US cheesecake, and it's not as sweet as I expected. It's also so light and airy. It kind of just like dissolves in your mouth, everything together, but you still get the flavoring. This is kind of my stuff.
Cake.
The cake in general is my stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would eat the entire thing because it's so light. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it just disappears.
I don't know since when Oatly has these little satchels, but maybe Germany is catching up with non-milk. That's how it goes in, apparently.
Oh my god, that's so unsanitary.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
That's how you do it.
Yes, that's how you put it in. And
I'm not cutting that.
so my version of the Eierschecke, apparently it's a super famous thing here in Saxony, especially. I have one with chocolate glazing, and my first impression is it's so light. It's super, super light and soft. They're also same layers, but then chocolate glazing on top. Ooh, very creamy. I think Germans love their creamy cake, right? I like that the chocolate glazing is make it a little hardier on top, a little heavier.
Yeah, I wanted the Mohnkuchen one.
Just look how easily, like, you don't need any pressure almost. It comes apart.
Yeah, it's very delicate.
And it definitely, you're right, it has this like German cheesecake flavor. And I think with the chocolate on top it's probably slightly better. They had poppy seeds variations and ones with cherry. If you're into airy, creamy cakes, it's really good. Feels like something my grandma would have made.
Coffee and cake is not a bad way to start off the day. And now it's time to drive to our next stop, which is just an hour and a half away. Movie moment. Drive up it.
The ramp is a jump.
Then fly. Surprised someone hasn't driven down just with their left blinker telling everyone to move out the way. That's what happens on the German Autobahn. Luckily for us, traffic was pretty chill this morning and we could easily make it into the town.
All right, so we just stepped out and we made it to the border town of Görlitz, here in the very east of Germany. This is right on the Polish border, but we're not yet at our destination. It's also quite famous, and I'll tell you in a minute why, but first impression is kind of the same as Weimar, Erfurt, Dresden. It's kind of nicer looking than expected. I like the colors,
Kind of. What do you mean? It's very pretty.
facades and everything. That's what I'm saying. It is very pretty.
Yeah, so just walking into this city, I notice how wide the streets are and how beautiful the building facades are. This town was, for the most part, spared during the destruction during the World Wars. Most of the historic city center and buildings remain intact, and it definitely shows in the variety of architectural styles and the cobblestone streets. This street was even closed off for a farmer and food market where Phil couldn't help but to compare the prices.
I just saw a bratwurst in a bread roll for 3 euros and then a Deana for 6 euros. So it's not extremely cheap, but it's definitely noticeably cheaper.
The residential population of Görlitz is just under 60,000. However, due to its location, history, and popularity, the town will have thousands of visitors from neighboring towns and tourists.
What is it? A bus, a tram, a train? No need to decide. A lot of these city tours though, offering different kinds, so must be popular. Also, cool taxi. All right, so this is the historic old town of Görlitz, and one thing the city is very famous for is its architecture. I heard that there are more than 4,000 buildings from like Baroque and Gothic architecture that are well preserved over time, and I think this is probably the heart of it. So it's aesthetically very pleasing and feels old, but very well maintained. I like it.
Depending on where you look and which street you walk down, the town takes you back to another time. The town does a wonderful job of maintaining the buildings and blocking off streets as pedestrian zones.
Big church, St. Peter's Church. Very nice.
And only a few streets from the historic Altstadt, we have a visual of Poland.
There's the Nicer River, the separation between Germany and Poland. All right, this is basically the border into Poland. So all this architectural significance makes Görlitz one of the most beautiful towns in Germany, they say. And not only that, there's other important stuff too. For example, it is a World War II dual identity, and this is the Nicer River. And this river is actually the border between Germany on that side and Poland on that side. So a couple steps further and I will be crossing into Poland. However, this is not the most eastern part. But after World War II, the city of Görlitz was basically divided into the German part of Görlitz and then that part, Zgorzelec, something like that, to put it on the screen. That's what this town is known for. But obviously nowadays the border's gone and they have this cross-cultural collaboration going on now. It's kind of nice that you just walk over. I guess we're gonna take a couple steps into Poland quickly. And I don't know, man, we couldn't have picked a better time. The weather's so awesome.
Yeah, the weather's good. It's almost a little cold, even though it's 25. The wind makes it chilly. Why are there so many advertisements for cigarettes as soon as you cross? Cigarette shop. Is it cheaper or something here? I don't smoke, so I don't know. Maybe they have better cigarettes.
Yeah, dude, Pall Mall, Chesterfield, Marlboro. Haven't seen that in a while, that's hard. This is kind of interesting. The first square in Poland, and there's like 3 spots that sell tobacco and cigarettes. Big advertisement over there. Cigarette shop there, tobacco shop over there. So it has to be cheaper than over there, right? So people just hop over to get that. They have these cameras though on the bridge. Video surveillance.
All right, this city is pretty epic. I mean, we put it on the list for a reason, but I really did not expect it to be this scenic. It's so charming.
And I love that it's right at the Polish border.
Yeah.
Did you know it's also called Görlitz? It is because of the beautiful architecture. It's used in a lot of films. For example, Inglourious Basterds, the Grand Budapest Hotel. Scenes were filmed in the city, and apparently that's a reoccurring thing, and that's why it's called Görlitz, as in Hollywood, but Görlitz, you know?
I was just looking at all the charming buildings and the pedestrian zones. It's so nice.
It also feels very chill. And I love that you can just walk over a bridge and then you are in Poland. And what comes with that is also Polish or Silesian cuisine.
Yeah, because we're part of the former Silesian region.
Silesian here, Schlesien. And they have some of the nicest food, some of my favorite food. And I think we're gonna go and check some of that out.
Let's get some dumplings.
Yes, yes, time for some food. And we might have been swayed by the potato name and the adorable potato sack decorations that this restaurant has all over. Welcome to our meal. I just want to tell you, our little potato guy is so cute. So I got a dish called Silesian Himmelreich. So it's Silesian heaven, pretty much. It looks awesome. But pretty much what I have are two big Schwein or pork medallions, and they're covered with some type of fruit things. These look like apricots. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I'll try it. And then we have Kartoffelklöße, which are these potato-based dumplings. Yeah, which is very common to this region, but also throughout Germany, and I love these. Also some nice brown gravy going on here, so give it a try.
Beautiful, yeah. Got a nice chunky piece that actually might be too big. I'm always overestimating. There we go.
It's this red, rougher meat. That's what I associate with cutlet.
It tastes like Christmas ham with gravy. Yeah. A nice smoked Christmas ham. There's the crust, very thick, and it's this nice like gravy. It's not too sweet or anything. These are so good. I love these. Nice and mushy. They just slide down, so like slide down your throat. So I could have like 4 balls in there and just keep going.
4 balls in your throat?
Yeah, this meal tastes like a mixture of a German and American Christmas to me. We have the potato dumplings and a nice smoked ham. This meal is so good. Even the sweet and sour gravy with apricots and prunes give it a delicious flavor.
Tastes like Christmas, so I'm happy.
Tastes like Christmas.
Tastes like Christmas.
Alright, so apparently this is very common in the Silesian area. These dumplings very common, and the area is actually not just Germany but also Poland. So if you watched our Poland tour, one was at like a year or 2 ago, we had a lot of these similar dumplings over there, and they were very good. One of my favorites, so I'm just gonna grab one from your plate.
You're gonna take my dumpling?
Very nice. Okay, I got another classic of the area, which is fried potatoes, fried with bacon and onions, and then 2 fried eggs on top and a nice chunky pickle. I actually love that this area
Embraces potato culture, and I felt that in Poland, maybe Silesia. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit into this.
Eagle eye.
I love when fried potatoes have a decent char on one side, because I think that belongs to the flavor, you know? There has to be a little bit, it has to be slightly burnt. Slightly burnt is better than not burnt.
We've got a good spoon there.
Good spoon. Maybe a bit too big.
That's what I always do. It's way too big.
Dude, I love it. Fried egg on potatoes, on fried potatoes. Works so well. It's gonna grab them. It looks a bit like a little octopus.
Oh God. It's a mess. It's a mess. Und? Good Geschmack.
This is very simple meal, right? Fried potatoes with onions, bacon, very simple, eggs, pickle, I don't know, and it can't be happier. All right, these potatoes definitely refueled us. Now we're strong enough for the final leg of this entire journey.
Let's go.
Woohoo! Time to get to the most eastern point of Germany. But first, we had to do a little shopping in this town for some iconic Eastern German and former GDR snacks and candy. That we will try in the next video. So subscribe for future videos, and if you want to further support us, you can do that at patreon.com/DeanaandPhil. And shout out to Ethan Mitchell, who recently upgraded to our soulmate tier after long-term support as a family member. Thank you!
5 kilometers to the most eastern point of Germany. We're in the car. 6 minutes and we might have to walk a couple steps. Almost there.
We're making it. Getting across Germany. We almost get it. Got it.
Check it out. This is, I think, it might be the most eastern village in Germany. We're riding through it, and the point, the geographical point, should be somewhere just outside of this small town here.
Driving through this village, we are uncertain that this is the correct path, until we spot a small sign pointing us to the Östlicher Punkt Deutschlands, leading us in the right direction. The buildings become sparse. The road becomes rougher. The path narrows, and we are forced to journey the last part on foot.
All right, this is where we park. This is as far as the car brings us, and I think it's another couple-minute walk there. And yeah, this is kind of what it looks like here, close to the border. Let's find it.
So the journey continues on foot through the German countryside. There are no other humans as far as the eye can see, although fields of hay bales appear, mentally noted as a perfect cover in the event of an ambush. A river comes into view on the left as a potential escape route. And we continue along the path until something catches Phil's eye.
Oh, I think I see a stone and a little flag.
Yes! A stone there is indeed.
Don't run into the hay ball.
Östlicher Punkt.
This is it.
We made it. Hier ist der Östliche Punkt Deutschlands. Wow.
All right, here we are, the furthest eastern point in Germany, the eastmost point, I think that's how you say it. In Germany, there's a little flag. The river's right there, a little divot. Nothing is more eastern than us in Germany. We're the most eastern people standing right now.
Currently standing, yeah.
So this little area, it's not quite as hyped as the most western point, a little harder to get to, but I think it's quite charming. Check this tidy field with all the hay balls there. Beautiful, beautiful.
But most importantly,
oh, the map.
our map.
We have some weird metal dome. Let's check that out. Is that a public toilet? I doubt it. It's open. Wow, look this. Check this out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we got a little room with a wheel made into a table.
All right, we have to mark our map. There we go, little red horse. The most east point, and we made it! Oh,
Nice.
beautiful.
Show the map.
Can you see it?
Nope, absolutely not. Okay, this map was maybe not the best choice because it's a very detailed map, and yeah, you look great right now. This is
It's too big, but we made it from over there all the way over here, as you can see. We're gonna have to put up a smaller map. This is too big. There's a book in here. We can write our name. See who else made it there. Wow, so start of this year. All right, oh, decent amount of people. Holy smokes, the book might be filled. June 2025.
all right. There we have it. Deana and Phil made it from the most western point of Germany to the most eastern point of Germany, and the full series you just watched it. YouTube.com/Deana and Phil. If you see this, comment. All right, so those were 4 long days. They were very busy days. I feel like we crammed a lot in there, but
Yeah.
even me, I saw so much new of Germany that I haven't seen before. So many small, middle-sized and smaller towns. It's not always the big cities that are the most interesting, and I love it. What do you think? Any highlights?
I'm so glad we did this. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I get to go see more cities in Germany. I have a goal of seeing every German state. We'll see if I can get that eventually. But I think this is awesome, being able to go through. Next time we will take longer, I think. We need a little more time. We definitely planned way too much each day for us personally, but it was a good experience.
For me, some highlights, the Sauerland. I really like mountainous areas, a bit more than flat areas. The Sauerland was very nice. Marburg, super cool student town that is very steep, looks very epic. Out of so many picturesque towns, right?
Yeah, there's so many places I would like to go back to too. It was a nice little sample of it, but I want to go back and see a little more. And then there was a whole bunch of towns that I'd never been to for the first time. So Weimar was super pretty, very iconic. I feel like Görlitz was also just impressive. It blew my mind. Dresden, that was very impressive, the buildings. Those are some of the highlights, and it was amazing.
We really hope some of you watched this whole series till the end, and if you liked it, comment below. We're thinking about we could potentially in the future do a longer one, north to south or south to north, something like that.
Yeah.
Through Europe, through Germany. The world is open. The world's your oyster.
Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, we're sweaty, we're tired. It's time to go home.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
I hope it's spectacular. What if there's nothing there? It's just like, here's the point.
It doesn't matter, it's the journey that matters. So I don't think this point will be crazy, but we'll see.